Titan Chemistry headquarters. Check this out, guys. This guy's a psychopath. Look at this. Some kind of salt system. In today's video, we are installing this equal length mid-pipe on Jason's car. He's the owner of Titan Chemistry. You guys have seen him in my other video. Here he has all of his products, but again, today's video we're going to be doing the full install. So let's take a closer look at the quality. Show you guys how this one's made. So it looks like it has like a flex pipe to where it attaches to the cats, and it comes in pieces, right?
Correct. So they're not fully tightened down yet. So once we find the final fit, we'll tighten everything down. And the welds look pretty good. The quality seems decent for being a third of the price directly from the manufacturer.
Who's that?
I don't know, handsome devil over there. Umbrella?
No, I'm good. So we're gonna do some revs, stock exhaust. Go ahead. All right, sounds terrible. Let's get this thing. Jason's wife doesn't know that this exhaust is going on. What did you tell her?
I don't know, but she's pregnant and hormonal, so it's not the best idea. Safety first, always cock your wheels.
Jack pad adapter plates.
Yeah, for the G80 or for BMWs.
So you're an engineer, right? Like
mechanical engineer.
True mechanical engineer.
Mechanical engineer, yeah.
How long do you think the install is going to take?
2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours and 15 minutes.
All right, let's see. So we're deciding to put the car on the ramps and then lift the front with the jack because we need extra room, and Jason's he's freaking out a little bit. He's
it's
worried,
wet and this floor is slippery, and this is a bad idea.
He's worried the ramps are going to fly back or whatever, and his car's going to fall off, so.
Where did this come from?
Bro, when I sold the M5 exhaust, I traded the guy for it.
Nice.
This guy's so organized. Look at this.
First we need to get the braces off, the crossmember braces. Clear those, undo the valve harnesses, and we're going to remove the whole exhaust in one piece. We're going to drop the muffler as well, and we're going to measure side by side to the mid-pipe and find exactly where we need to cut.
So we have to cut.
We will be cutting.
So to cut, we're going to be using this tool here?
Correct.
What's this called?
It's a chain pipe cutter.
All right, so you guys can do this at home. You don't need any crazy tools. This is the only thing you're probably going to need that you most likely do not have yet, or you might have it.
This cross member has to come out. We got the right bolt size.
What size tool are you using, or socket?
I believe it's 13. Absolutely. Alright, it's about to come out. Or Torx sockets. Call it 6-point.
To what? Take the valves off?
No, to take the hangers off.
Okay.
And then, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna unplug the valves to get the wiring harnesses off the valves, so that when we drop it, we don't pull those out. Remove this.
Certain percentages.
Pull the clip. Push down. Valves are unplugged. So on this, to drop, the hangers are. Looks like we have. Let me find the right size for this. It's a 13, but we're gonna put it on an extendo. Mind your head. Oops. I am dripping in water in the back of my head. Florida summer problems.
Not too bad, actually.
Yeah. So we're just gonna loosen everything up for now, and then we'll drop everything at some time.
What size are you using?
This is a 13.
13 with a long extension. Which you don't necessarily need, right? It just makes it easier.
Correct, yeah. Oh, to get in there, you need at least a little bit of an extension. All right, loosey-goosey. The next hangers are over here. Same thing, I'm suspecting it's a 13 again.
Where is it? Hold on, let me.
So over here by the diff, it's another 13 on the hanger. We're actually gonna go ahead and remove this one altogether. It'll still hang by the rear.
What now?
So now there's another brace, or sorry, another hanger near the secondary cat. See that? So now we have these two hangers, right? This,
Where?
The 1 and 2 by secondary cats. So this one braces up against the transmission. This one braces against this transmission mount. So this as well is another 13 millimeter. On this one you have a Torx bolt. And in this case, man, people are buying like crazy today. You hear that noise?
Yep. Good deals on Titan Chemistry, 30% off 4th of July.
Not 50 Shades 20.
Nope.
So this is a 6-point, what is it? It's a E12 6-point. So basically a Torx socket. So we're just gonna slightly loosen this because now what we're gonna do is move to the hot part. We have these nuts that have to come off these studs, which hold the mid-pipe to this transfer piece and then to your downpipe, fellow downpipes. And this will be a 13 again as well. Okay, your car without a lift, how sore your neck will become. So the important thing with this too is we're going to reuse these gaskets. We want to make sure we don't damage them during this removal process. There we go. Coming off?
Yep. Alright, so pretty easy so far. Took off the cross member brace, right? Is that what you call it?
Uh-huh.
Took
Yep.
off the cross member brace, disconnected the valves, loosened the exhaust hangers, and now we're loosening or taking off the bolts that hold the mid-pipe onto the
Right.
cross member brace, cross member
So
pipe, cross pipe here.
So what we do is, because we loosened the hangers, but we didn't completely remove them. Now you can see that the exhaust is removed from the downpipes, but still hanging on the hangers. The reason why you do this is because this is all one piece. If I were to have these hangers removed, it's gonna drop down and then wedge the muffler up against the back. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna kind of support this front a little bit as we remove the hangers, which I'm gonna find something to support it with. Then makes a
Quart
mess.
of paint to support the exhaust when it comes down. Orders?
Orders.
Nice.
Orders.
Titan Chem.
Alright, action time.
This guy's moving so quick I could hardly get back to film the next step of the process. We got 2 quarts of paint that are going to support the exhaust when it comes down. So if you guys don't have something meant to hold up the exhaust, you guys can use your paint buckets that you have left over.
So once we remove these 2 hangers back here, this muffler is going to come down and the exhaust is coming out. So what I like to do is when I remove these is I brace this with my thighs, starting to brace this with my legs. Alright, exhaust is coming down.
So now it's just being held up by those studs on the
Downpipes. And if we just pull, it's going to come crashing down.
I'm gonna go catch it.
Yeah. Actually, you know what, Royce?
What?
Bring one of those paint buckets here.
There we go. Completely off.
This gasket is very important. Don't damage this or you gotta replace it.
That one?
Yeah.
Where's the one from the other side?
It's still, so we got this cross member.
Oh, okay. That was pretty quick. What did that take, like 15 minutes?
Something like that, yeah. If you have a lift, imagine how quicker it goes.
Yeah.
Now, the trick is to get this out of here. We're just gonna...
Hot?
Warm.
Watch the... Watch out.
Voila!
Nice, there we
I
go.
just ruined my G80. There is one more piece we have to remove underneath. We'll get that real quickly right now.
What's that?
The cross pipe
We have to take that off too?
has to come out, yeah.
All right, so now the last step after removing this is to get the cross pipe out.
So we're gonna want to salvage this gasket, so we're gonna put this here carefully over here. And there should be a hanger actually over here somewhere. There is. Looks like 2. Oh man, I'm gonna need the dingus. Looks like these 2 are 13 as well. Are these hangers? But actually, before we're just gonna loosen these hangers. And first, we're gonna tackle these over here. Get these loosened up.
So we're gonna cut around here somewhere?
Yeah. So these are those dimples you're talking about, right?
I believe so, yeah.
And it looks like it lines up with those dimples.
Yeah. Well, let's put it up to where it actually should be.
Yeah. The only concern I need to figure out is this. You can see this portion here has this concavity to it. If you flip it up the other way around, it has a convexity to it. So I need to figure out, do we want concave or do we want convex?
I think you want the concave on the bottom. It gives you more room for the brace.
That would make sense, but then yet you see this jump down.
Yeah, look, where you put it down,
It
it exactly lines up with the dimples that are in the stock exhaust.
We're gonna cut out the dimples, I agree.
I wonder why they mark it from the factory. Do they expect people to put like a mid-pipe on or
Isn't
something?
there the M Performance exhaust?
Yeah, but I thought that was a full catback.
Oh, it's a full one single piece?
I mean, they must have something where they expect you to cut, because why else would they mark where that should go?
We're gonna experiment. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna assume that the dimple indications is the cut point. So we're going to actually prop this up a little bit. That's where we line up at the dimple. You see that? Right? Sure thing. Give it a little pinch. And we start going back and forth. And we apply a pressure as we're doing this.
Yeah, you guys can see how it's already making its way through the pipe. Look at that.
A little bit.
Yeah, I already see the garage floor through the other side. So you're saying you can use that to cut all the way through, but look, we already got... Nice. So Jason got lazy. That thing made most of the cut. He just used the...
It's kind of like
the
Royce.
saw
He did most of the work.
to make
and
the
then
way,
they just-
make the rest of the cut. So we got the exhaust officially cut at the dimples, and now what?
Now we start assembling. We're gonna start by putting the mid-pipe under the car. We'll loosely attach everything for the most part. We won't tighten everything down until we have the full system in. Make sure everything's lined up, and then we'll start tightening it down. Also, we need to verify which way that goes to.
We're taking a little break. What do we got here?
Got a little Klondike bar. I'm climbing the Matterhorn end this month, so I gotta fatten myself up.
No kids in this house, but all the kids.
Bung gaskets back on. Well, they're actually called bungs, but inspect it, make sure there's no cracks. These are like compressed fiber and graphite or something. I don't know. I just got here.
You don't have to push it on all the way?
It's gonna go on all the way as we tighten it down. Some Chinese worker put a little note in there.
What does it say?
It says, "Help me." I am now putting the hanger back on. So now we're starting to put the mid-pipe under the car. We got the first couple sections loosely put in there. We're gonna kind of loosely put them in there to make sure everything fits well. We'll add the next section, and then we'll come in and bring the muffler in. Oh man, sorry, I'm thinking, I'm processing. You got that?
Look how it's being braced.
It works.
It works. You guys don't need any fancy tools, just whatever is the height of that so we can hold up.
Loosely adding the mid-pipe in. Right, we haven't tightened everything down. We're just making sure that things are lining up well. Being mindful of which side that the pipe clamps will be on, or the exhaust clamps. They're not tightened down yet, they're still pretty loose. We'll adjust everything nicely, put everything away. And we're just kind of putting everything together. Let's see how it comes together. In this case, this next section. Loosely put the brace back on to kind of support all this up. File, we're just gonna take this burr off a little bit.
Oh, shit. What a disaster.
Can you hand me the...
So we took off the second piece, the mid-pipe.
Whoopsies. We just need one to couple. We can just get one to slide down all the way. We'll be in business.
So tell the viewers how you fucked up.
I didn't do anything, man. I didn't do nothing.
So we're having trouble getting the, what do you call those?
Couplings.
Couplings on to the exhaust. So we noticed there are a couple more dimples here. So we're gonna cut, are we cutting to the next dimple?
A little bit before.
A little before. But the first dimple you guys saw was on the top. So this is where we cut. So I think he's gonna cut somewhere in between over here. All right, I'm gonna get out of the way here. No way. There we go. I think that's good. We could leave this little gap here, right? All right, so biggest pain in the ass so far was getting this piece of the mid-pipe to go on to the pipes that the muffler has here. These things are very tight, so we put them on the mid-pipe portion first, and then we slid it onto here and kind of used the we use the mallet in this tool as a chisel to force it to go onto the pipes.
Hold on. Make sure that mid-pipe is holding up. Down, we'll be mindful that there's clearance off of this exhaust tank, or off this cross brace, right? So we're gonna just hand tight this cross brace and kind of monitor everything as we start tightening it down. I think the best bet is to tighten down
To the down pipes.
the down pipes first. A deep well socket so that you can go deep enough on this.
All right, give it a pat. Jason's just tightening down. The rest of the stuff, everything's all lined up, and we're gonna be starting the car soon. You wanna start it now?
We can give it a quick start just for...
All right, and then we'll go for a drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what did you think of the install?
Without a lift, it's always a pain. But it's, you know, a couple hiccups here and there, but...
It's doable.
Yeah,
The
it's
hardest
doable.
part was getting those what are they called?
Couplings.
The couplings
Yeah.
onto muffler portion of the pipe to the new mid pipe. Valves open. Sounds really good. What do you think?
I like it so far.
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
Yeah. If we hold those valves open, it would sound even better.
I'm gonna put the mic on the back of the car now, all right? Hold on. So that was the full install of the mid-pipe on Jason's G82 M4. Hopefully that was helpful for those of you who might be thinking about doing the install on your own. Overall, would you say it was like very difficult? He was the one doing most of it, so.
A little patience, that's about it basically.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. You said it would take 2.5 hours. I think it took us like 3.5, but it was because we got stuck on that one part where we had to cut a little more of the pipe off. But overall, not too bad from what I saw. Let me know what you guys think of how the car sounds. Do you like the tone of the equal length mid-pipe? Do you think the single sounds better? If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Let me know what you thought of it. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.